Long before the rise of Oxford, Cambridge, or Harvard, before Europe's Renaissance or the modern university system, there existed a magnificent institution that attracted scholars from across the world. A place where knowledge was sacred, debate was art, and wisdom was the ultimate pursuit. This was Nalanda, the ancient university of India, a beacon of learning that lit up the world for over 700 years. Today, we journey back in time to explore the story of Nalanda University, one of humanity's greatest centers of education, culture, and intellectual brilliance. The origins of Nalanda date back to the 5th century CE, during the reign of the Gupta Empire, often called the Golden Age of India. It was founded around 427 CE in what is now the Indian state of Bihar, near the city of Rajgir. The name Nalanda is believed to come from the Sanskrit words na-alamda, meaning insatiable in giving, a fitting name for a place that gave knowledge without limits. While scholars like Kumaragupta I are often credited with its establishment, Nalanda's true greatness emerged over centuries, nurtured by royal patronage, generous donations, and the unwavering dedication of monks, teachers, and students. Nalanda was not merely a school, it was a city of learning. Sprawling across a vast campus, it housed 10 temples, 8 grand halls, and over 100 lecture rooms. Its architecture was both majestic and practical. Red brick monasteries, multi-storied dormitories, and beautifully designed courtyards created a perfect environment for intellectual growth. One of the most astonishing facts: Nalanda's library, known as Dharmaganja, was one of the largest in the ancient world. It was divided into 3 massive buildings, Ratnasagara, Ratnodadi, and Ratnaranjaka, housing hundreds of thousands of manuscripts on subjects ranging from philosophy, astronomy, mathematics, and medicine to literature, grammar, and logic. Admission into Nalanda was not easy. Students underwent rigorous oral examinations conducted by senior scholars before they were accepted. Once admitted, they joined an intellectual community of over 10,000 students and 2,000 teachers, many of whom came from far beyond India, from Tibet, China, Korea, Japan, Indonesia, and even Persia. The curriculum at Nalanda was incredibly diverse. While Buddhist philosophy and scriptures formed the core, students also studied Vedic texts, logic, grammar, mathematics, astronomy, medicine, art, and politics. This multidisciplinary approach made Nalanda one of the first true universities in the world, centuries before the concept even existed in Europe. Learning was conducted through debates, discussions, and interactive sessions rather than rote memorization. Teachers encouraged students to question, argue, and explore, a revolutionary educational approach even by today's standards. Nalanda's reputation spread far and wide, turning it into a global hub of intellectual exchange. Chinese pilgrims and scholars like Xuanzang and Yi Jing traveled thousands of miles to study and teach here. Xuanzang, who spent nearly 15 years at Nalanda in the 7th century, described it as a place where the gates of debate were never closed and knowledge flowed like a river. Famous scholars such as Dharmapala, Silabhadra, Shantarakshita, and Atisha taught here, producing works that shaped Buddhist thought and scientific knowledge across Asia. The philosophical ideas born in Nalanda traveled along the Silk Road, influencing civilizations from China to Japan and beyond. But Nalanda was more than a university. It was a spiritual center. Deeply rooted in Mahayana Buddhism, it fostered compassion, ethical living, and the pursuit of truth. Monks followed a disciplined life of study, meditation, and service. Knowledge was not just for intellectual pride, but for the betterment of humanity. The Nalanda tradition emphasized the unity of science and spirituality, reason and faith, an approach that encouraged tolerance and cross-cultural dialogue. It was a living example of how education can bridge civilizations. Despite its glory, Nalanda's fate was sealed in the 12th century. In 1193 CE, the Turkic general Bakhtiar Khilji invaded the region. His forces set fire to the great library. Flames are said to have burned for months, consuming irreplaceable manuscripts and centuries of accumulated wisdom. Thousands of monks were killed, and the once vibrant university lay in ruins. The fall of Nalanda marked not just the end of an institution, but the loss of an entire era of intellectual and cultural brilliance. The world would take centuries to build something comparable again. Even in ruin, Nalanda's legacy never truly died. Its spirit continued to inspire scholars, monks, and thinkers across Asia. The principles it stood for, open inquiry, intellectual exchange, and the pursuit of truth, shaped the foundations of later Buddhist universities in Tibet, China, and Southeast Asia. In the modern era, efforts to revive Nalanda's glory gained momentum. In 2010, the Nalanda University project was officially launched by the government of India, with support from several Asian nations. The new campus, located near the ancient ruins, aims to rekindle the spirit of the original university, promoting international collaboration, interdisciplinary research, and cultural understanding. Nalanda was more than a seat of learning. It was a symbol of humanity's boundless thirst for knowledge. It taught us that education is not confined by borders, faiths, or languages. It showed that wisdom grows when shared and that ideas can shape civilizations. Though its libraries were burned and its walls crumbled, the light of Nalanda still shines. In every university, in every classroom, and in every mind that seeks truth. It reminds us that knowledge is eternal, and those who pursue it leave behind a legacy that no fire can ever destroy. If you found this journey into the past inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories from the pages of history. Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and never stop seeking wisdom.